Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be making freshly milled sourdough bread. So this is actually my first time milling my own flour, so I'm hoping it turns out well. I looked at several different recipes, I did some research, so hopefully it turns out well. We'll see. There you go, I have the freshly milled flour. I used hard white wheat, so I did a combination. So this is 500 grams of flour. I used 250 of hard white wheat and 250 grams of hard red wheat flour. So let's see how that works out. So I'm going to add 350 grams of warm water just to the flour mixture. Well, just to the flour. So it's 350 grams of warm water. Mixing it to make sure there's no dry flour at the bottom. Okay, so there you go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes. This period is called the autolyse. It's where you're pretty much rehydrating the flour. So I'm going to let this sit for about 30 minutes and then come back and add the starter and the salt. So it's been about 30 minutes so far. So I'm going to add in my starter and salt to this. This is what it looks like after 30 minutes. So that's gonna be. So I'm going to do 10 grams of salt. So I did 10 grams of salt in there, and I'm going to do 100 grams of starter. So now we just combine this together. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my hands. That way it's a little bit easier to mix. I'm going to use this one actually. could use a mixer for this. I just didn't want to have to deal with the cleanup after, so I'm just using my hands. Okay, so now that it's all combined, I'm going to let this sit for about an hour and then start doing the stretch and folds. So it's been several hours. I did some stretch and folds. I did like about 6 stretch and folds. So I'm gonna shape it and put it in my loaf pan and leave it on the countertop to bulk rise for a couple hours, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna lightly dust the counter. Definitely different than store-bought flour. It's a little dense. Let's see how it turns out. I'm going to use a loaf pan for this. I'm going to leave that for a couple more hours on the countertop, see, hopefully it rises. So far it looks really dense and it's not really doing what regular store-bought flour would be doing at this point, which is like the doubling in size, stuff like that. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. Hopefully it's not a fail. So far it's not looking that good, but let's see, trial and error, I guess. Yeah, so let's see how it turns out. Okay guys, so it's been like 3 hours so far and that's what it looks like. I'm going to stick this in the fridge overnight, and then in the morning I'm going to bake it, and hopefully it turns out good. We'll see. My first attempt, it wasn't horrible. It's, you know, I'm gonna keep trying and hopefully it comes out better every time, but let's see.